This is a weird video. I don't know if I'm ready to even do this, but today's kind of a weird day. There's a weird vibe in the air. I'm feeling reflective. I'm feeling emo. I already busted out the fucking scorpion lollipop. We're already halfway down this hole. Let's just dive in. I'm already crying. Look, I don't like talking about this. I don't like talking about this because I don't know really what I feel about it. For my whole life, I told myself that whatever creepy shit happened, and here's the thing, creepy shit happens to every single girl. Creepy shit happens to every girl. And I told myself, or I tell myself, that my creepy shit wasn't creepy enough to feel weird about, or to talk about or dwell on, or I still tell myself that. And my therapist and my mom want me to talk about it. I know that this thought that what happened isn't serious enough. That's comparison. And I know when I tell myself all the time that comparison isn't the way to feel good about yourself or to feel empowered. And that's how I want to feel, man. Of course, that's how we all want to feel. Boas make me feel empowered. Whack-ass, extreme, shitty drag queen makeup that I poorly apply makes me feel empowered. Clip-on Aurora Borealis earrings that I bought for $14.95 on eBay make me feel empowered. High pony, that's a given. A drawn-on mole, straight up to empowerment. My best pal Dobby, you can't hang out with this dude without feeling pretty fucking empowered. So I don't want to fall back into old habits of, comparative thinking or telling myself that I'm not allowed to feel shit. So maybe this video is an attempt at that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm doing. There is a point. There is a point because I realized something that made me feel really good. And that's why I'm talking about this. Anyways, fuck. Growing up, when I was about 13, we lived with someone for about a year who was a bit creepy with me. They kind of touched my vagina. See, I don't like talking about this. I don't like talking about it. I don't like talking about the specifics. Not because I'm, haunted by it, because it sounds stupid. It sounds like, poor me, someone, touched my vagina. Kind of. I don't like talking about it because I can't help but downplay it. I can't help but downplay it. Because I feel stupid talking about it. I feel stupid. Poor me. A guy, when I was 13, some guy in my family kind of touched my vagina. I just have this voice in my head built up. Shut up, Emilia. Shut up. Shut up. Who cares? Who cares? I know that voice, or at least my therapist says, that voice is built to protect me. I even feel stupid saying my fucking therapist. I need a fucking therapist for this. That's not why I went to therapy. It's not why I need to be in therapy. I can't help. This is what I think about this. I'm not saying it's right. I can understand that my thinking about this is probably from a coping mechanism or, what I to help me try to deal with it, to cope with it, to continue living with this person. My makeup is already fucked. Oh, god damn it. Can we just point out something? Why am I so pink? Why am I so pink? The color of the lollipop is the same shade as my nose. My dad one time, I'm haunted by a pink skin tone. My dad one time, he was going to meet a client that he hadn't met before. He was traveling to go meet him. And the client said, I'll be the tall, tanned guy in the suit. And my dad said, okay, I'll be the short, pink guy in a suit. And my dad thought that was the funniest. He said, because I am pink. And it's true, he was pink, and it's true, I am pink. But the idea of describing yourself as pink, I'm not okay with that, Dad. Dad, what were you thinking? Pink is the color of a pig. Yes, were we both fat? Yeah, we're fat. There's a reason why I'm fat. My dad was fat. My mom's very skinny. My dad was fat. I got the fat gene from my dad. I also got the pink gene. Let's not point that out. Please excuse the pinkness. I'm not okay with it. You shouldn't be. I did get very sunburnt because I am so pink already. Isn't that annoying? You're already pink. You go in the sun. You hope you're going to get some kind of other color, some kind of, human shade. No. You get more pink. I got so pink I started to peel. You can't see it because I put on so much Clinique Dramatically Different moisturizer. If you see any peeling, please ignore. I know everyone is aware of how pink I am right now. Just don't think about that. Let's just, when you look at something and you kind of like blur it and it like kind of like face tunes you in real life, like you can just kind of blur and be like, oh, they look better. Please do that for the rest of this video, just out of a courtesy for me. I was molested. It's nice to make yourself laugh. About being molested. Continuing on the emo train. Why stop crying now? Let's hop back on. So anyways, this is how I think about it. I don't think it's right. It's probably not even what I really feel or believe, but that's the voice that I hear. You know what I mean? My therapist and my mom want me to examine it more, and they're very respectful. They're very respectful. They're sweet and they care about me. But ew, his claw's out. I don't like it. Oh my god, it's pokey. Oh my god, can you see that? I don't like it. Ew, I hate it. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, they're sweet. They care about me. But you can't do what you're not ready for. You can't force yourself to get somewhere that you're not just because you want it, especially with emotions. So a person that I lived with for about a year when I was 13 was creepy to me. And more so than the act of them kind of touching my vagina. I hate saying that. It was living with them. Sometimes I felt like they were waiting for me when I came out of the shower, or, maybe it was hard for me to sleep and stuff. I hate talking about this. I don't like talking about this because it feels so stupid. I wasn't raped. Yeah. I don't like thinking about this or talking about this, maybe because it makes me feel crazy, because I have these voices in my head about it, and one's really loud saying, you're fucking stupid for talking about this. You're fucking stupid. It was so minor. It's so dumb to make a video about this. People are gonna look at this video and be like, you're fucking stupid. Because so many worse things happen. Then someone's gonna watch this and worse things have happened to them and they're gonna think that I'm pathetic. Making a video about like a family member touching my vagina for fucking attention. Posting it on the internet like pathetic, desperate attention whore that you are, using this minor thing for attention, for strangers to care about you. Oh my god, like even saying those words out loud feels so toxic, feels so gross. Like, like everybody has these inner voices that are just fucking evil, and giving them light and attention and saying those words out loud, it's just like, feels like gross. But that almost feels good in a way, to speak that little monster out loud. I don't know, I could feel how toxic and like evil and hateful that was. It didn't really feel like me in a way, which kind of feels good, weirdly. I probably sound crazy. That's okay. That's what I'm saying, is that there's that evil little monster voice that screams all that shit, and then probably to like cover up how I'm actually feeling. Because I would hope that if I ever heard anyone talking about anything that happened to them that obviously is somewhat a bummer, I would hope that I would have compassion for them, and that's how I would like to treat myself. I would like to treat myself with compassion, not hate or judgment. Feels good to lead with love. Please unsubscribe. That was disgusting. So, fucking get to the point. Oh my god. But the pull to make this video is because I had this weird epiphany, this moment. And you know what's really pathetic? I think it was while I was watching 13 Reasons Why. Oh my God. Is that true? I remember having this epiphany. I had this epiphany all of a sudden, and I do think it was while I was watching 13 Reasons Why. That's so lame. That's so lame. Emilia, you thought you were lame for saying lead with love? Do you know how fucking lame you are for having an epiphany about this bullshit while you're watching fucking 13 Reasons Why? Could you be more basic? Could you be more basic? No. You know why? Because you're eating a scorpion lollipop. At least your props save you. You know what I mean? Thank God. Thank God you have props and folding fans and Dobby. Because without them, you would be a boring little girl. Sorry, boring fat girl. Oh my God. This voice. See? Do you see? Like, that was like, you know, that was my evil voice trying to be lols. But, like, I don't usually talk to myself like this. Usually I'm trying to, like, build myself up, bitch. Usually I'm fucking annoyingly self-aggrandizing. But tapping into this molestation topic makes this, like, evil little troll in my brain come out, man. She's mean. Fuck you, molestation voice. You're a bitch. But I had this epiphany. And all of a sudden, I realized something. That for years, since I moved out of my mom's house and I got my own place, I'm very, kind of psycho about my home. I like it to feel cozy. And I have a tattoo that says cozy. And everyone wants to feel cozy, of course, but maybe I take it to another extreme. I'm obsessed in a way. I need to feel safe to the point that I check all the locks in my home in intervals of 6 many times a day. When I leave, when I come in, before I go to bed, I'll continuously check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, every single lock. I'll check every single window. It's kind of a compulsion in a way. When I sleep, when I'm falling asleep, I'll sit up in a start, expecting a man to be standing at the end of my bed. And I'm going to go to the hardware store. This sounds crazy, but I'm going to go to the hardware store this week to get locks for the inside of my bedroom. Even though I live alone, this sounds crazy saying it out loud, but I want to do it because it's going to help me sleep. I'm going to get locks for the inside of my bedroom so that I know even if someone were to break into my apartment, if they tried to get into the door, I would for sure hear them and wake up before they could get in. Every single night, I sit up in my bed at some point expecting a man to be standing there watching me sleep. When I sleep, I can't ever sleep with other people in the same room. I need a room with a closing door. So if I crash at my sibling's house, I'll sleep in, and I have a lot of siblings, and they have kids, so I can't really get a bedroom, so I'll go to a bathroom. Sleep in the bathroom or go into the laundry room because I can't sleep like on a couch in a living room. I have to be in a room with a door that closes or I won't sleep. This is just something that I've kind of accepted, like, everyone has neuroses, everyone has quirks. It's just, it's just the way that it is. Maybe I just indulge in mine more. I just have this pull and compulsion and inherent need to protect myself, to protect my home, to make myself feel safe, make myself feel comforted and at home and at peace, no matter what it takes. So I realized all of a sudden that this is from living with someone when I was young who didn't make me feel safe. I lived with someone for a year when I was 13 who would wait for me to come out of the shower, who did touch me inappropriately, who would make sexual comments. They were a presence in my home, and I lived with that person, and I lived with that, and I believe that is why I do those things now. It feels weird to say defiantly that that's why I do these things, but in that moment, when I had that moment of realization, it felt so fucking good. Because I was like, oh my God, first of all, that makes so much sense to me, and whether other people understand that or think it's a stretch or I'm just grasping at straws to try to make sense of like how annoying I am. For me, that made so much sense. And it made me feel so good because I was like, I feel like I understand myself more. I feel like these things that I felt like I had to do, like being a fucking diva and with my family and demanding that I have a closing door when I sleep somewhere. It made me feel good about myself. Like I'm not like just a little brat. There's a reason that I feel that I can't sleep with other people in the room, or there's a reason why I sit up in a start expecting a man to be watching me sleep. It just felt good to all of a sudden be like, I understand myself a little bit more than I did before. I'm not articulate about this. I don't have anything figured out. All I know is I did live with somebody for a year when I was 13 who's kind of creepy to me. And lots of people have a lot worse things that happen, and that's real. But it's okay if that still kind of sucked for me. It's okay if that had some long-term effects on me. It feels good to be open. I feel good being honest. I feel good being open. It feels right. It does. And maybe this is a weird way to do it. Talk about super personal shit and post it on the internet like a fucking histrionic monster. But something about it feels right, man. It feels right. Because I remember when I was growing up, I felt gross. Like I felt like I was a gross girl because I did weird shit and I thought no one else did weird shit. But I realized that maybe they just hid it better. Or they just didn't talk about it. But it feels good for me to be open and honest about shit that used to make me feel like I was wrong or like gross. Okay, Scorpion. Ugh. I don't like that.